In the 1990s, a strange and disturbing theory began to spread around the world. It claimed that powerful governments were planning a secret project that could change human history forever. This theory was called Project Bluebeam. The story first appeared through a Canadian journalist named Serge Monast, who claimed that he had discovered a hidden plan created by powerful global organizations. According to him, the goal of Project Bluebeam was to control the entire world by using advanced technology, psychological manipulation, and fear. At first, very few people believed the story. But over time, the theory spread across books, radio shows, and later the internet. Even today, many people still wonder, could something like this really happen? One of the main ideas behind Project Bluebeam is the belief in something called the New World Order. This idea suggests that powerful elites want to create a single global government controlling all countries, all people, and all resources. Supporters of the theory believe that world crises, wars, and disasters are sometimes used to make people afraid. And when people are afraid, they are more willing to accept strict control. Project Bluebeam, according to the theory, would be the final step to unite the world under one authority. But to do that, people would first need to believe that something supernatural or terrifying was happening. The theory says that modern technology could be used to create events so realistic that people would believe they were real. It talks about satellites capable of projecting giant holograms into the sky. It also claims that sound waves and electromagnetic signals could be used to send voices directly into the human brain. Some versions of the theory even say that fake alien invasions or fake religious miracles could be created using this technology. Scientists say these ideas are not realistic with today's technology. But the mystery remains, because governments do have secret projects. And history shows that not everything is always revealed to the public. According to the theory described by Serge Monast, Project Bluebeam would begin with a plan to weaken people's beliefs. The theory says that new discoveries would suddenly appear around the world. Ancient ruins, hidden artifacts, or mysterious messages that seem to prove that religions were misunderstood. These discoveries, according to the conspiracy, would make people question their faith. If people stop trusting their beliefs, they may become easier to control. Supporters of the theory claim this step would prepare the world for something much bigger. But historians say there is no evidence that such fake discoveries have ever been planned. Still, the idea continues to spread online. The second step in the theory is the most famous one. It claims that advanced satellites could project giant holograms into the sky. People might see religious figures, spaceships, or strange lights that look real. Different parts of the world could see different images, depending on what people believe. Some versions of the story say people might see their own religious leaders appearing in the clouds. Others say the sky could show a fake alien invasion. Scientists say this kind of global hologram technology does not exist today. But the idea became very popular in conspiracy discussions because it sounds possible in a world full of advanced technology. The third step described in Project Bluebeam is even more disturbing. The theory says that electromagnetic waves could be used to send sounds directly into a person's brain. People might hear voices and believe that the voice is coming from God, aliens, or spirits. According to the conspiracy, this would make millions of people believe that the event they are seeing is real. Scientists say that while brain technology exists, there is no proof that thoughts or voices can be sent into human minds like this. Still, stories about mind control have existed for many decades. And that makes this part of the theory especially frightening to many people. In the theory told by Serge Monast, the final step of Project Bluebeam would be the most terrifying. After confusing people's beliefs, after showing holograms in the sky, and after using mind control technology. The theory says a fake global crisis would begin. Some versions say it would look like an alien invasion. Others say it could be a supernatural event, or even a worldwide war that appears impossible to stop. People would see strange lights, explosions, and objects in the sky. News channels would report emergencies everywhere. The goal, according to the conspiracy, would be to create fear across the entire planet. Because when the whole world is afraid, people are more willing to accept powerful leaders. The theory says that after the global panic, leaders would announce a solution. They would say the world needs one authority to protect humanity from the new threat. This idea is often called the New World Order. Supporters of the theory believe this would mean one government for the whole planet, with complete control over laws, money, and technology. Some people think modern technology, like digital IDs, satellites, and global networks, could make such control possible. However, historians and political experts say there is no real evidence that such a plan exists. Still, the idea of a hidden global power has always fascinated people. And that is why Project Bluebeam continues to be discussed even today. Even though there is no proof, Project Bluebeam is still one of the most famous conspiracy theories. One reason is that governments really do have secret programs. History has shown that not everything is always revealed to the public. Another reason is technology. Every year, new inventions appear that once seemed impossible. Satellites, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and brain research all make people wonder, what else could exist in secret? The internet also helped the theory spread. Videos, forums, and social media made the story known all over the world. Some people believe it completely. Some people think it is impossible. And many people are simply curious. But the story is not finished yet. Because the biggest question remains: could something like this ever really happen? Despite how frightening the story sounds, most scientists say that Project Bluebeam is only a conspiracy theory. Experts in physics say that creating giant holograms in the sky, visible to the entire world at the same time, would require technology far beyond what currently exists. Neuroscientists also say there is no proven method to send voices directly into people's minds using satellites or electromagnetic waves. Even military technology, which is often very advanced, has limits that cannot be ignored. Historians point out that the theory started from the claims of Serge Monast, and no official documents have ever confirmed his story. This does not mean governments have no secrets, but it does mean there is no evidence that Project Bluebeam is real. Stories like Project Bluebeam become popular because they mix fear, mystery, and technology. People know that governments sometimes hide information. They know that technology is becoming more powerful every year. When these ideas combine, it becomes easy to imagine secret plans behind world events. The internet also makes these stories spread very quickly. A single video or post can reach millions of people in a few hours. Some people believe the stories. Some people enjoy them as mysteries. And some people study them to understand human psychology. Conspiracy theories often tell us more about our fears than about reality. Whether Project Bluebeam is real or not, it shows something important about the modern world. We live in a time where technology is powerful. Information moves fast, and truth is sometimes hard to separate from fiction. Stories like this remind us to stay curious, but also careful. Not everything we hear is true, but not everything we hear is impossible either. The best way to understand the world is to ask questions, look for evidence, and keep learning. Because sometimes the real mystery is not what governments hide. The real mystery is how easily humans can believe what they fear.
Subscribe Info Beyond Borders now for more mind-blowing knowledge.